Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Our next guest, Lamide Jinadu, is the founder of Ekperakwo, an online blog which aims at positioning Africa as a hub of globalized world by stimulating interest in art and design from the continent as an asset while influencing the taste and defining emerging trends in contemporary visual culture among the new generation with the help of thinkers, creators, and enthusiasts. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show.
Hi, Lamide. Welcome to the morning show.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good, I'm good.
All right, so talk to us about your product. So I know that you just created this online e-commerce to promote African art and design.
Yes, so Ekperakwo started off as like a blog, so where I just showcase African creativity in all its forms. Then obviously I was spending money on the domain and all of that, so I decided, okay, I need to translate this to some money. So I decided to create an online store where I would curate emerging like brands in Africa and just build a source of resale.
So it's basically retail, right? Yes. And so what do you have there? You have food. I saw that.
Well, no, on the blog there's like food, art, music.
So what on the e-commerce?
Yes, but on e-commerce it's clothing, home goods, accessories, art.
But what has been the experience in terms of response from your target audience?
Yeah, the response has been really good from the audience. People are enjoying the blog itself, and they're also like, well, the store just came up last week. Okay. So, and the response has been good. People like the look and feel. So that's about it, like, right now.
But have you started making money since the purpose is to make some money? Yes. Good money?
Well, as far as you can.
But why Ekperakwo?
Why Ekperakwo?
Yeah. Well, and what does that mean,
Oh, are you Yoruba?
No, I want you to tell me what it means. Okay, I know what it is, of course.
Unity in Yoruba, bringing things together. Okay. And for me, it was bringing everything that is creative together, like from art, music, food, design, and all of that.
What is your vision for this? I mean, you wanted to make money off of this. So far, it's been profitable, you're saying?
But it's not entirely to make money.
Okay, so what's the vision really for this?
It's to build a community. I'm 26, and I guess for me and my peers, a lot of us are starting to build the lives we want for ourselves. So I've always been inclined to the creative world, and there's a lot of us who are beginning to work in music, art, film, and obviously when you're growing up in Nigeria, you building life for yourself can be quite daunting. So it's really based around not just making money, but like building a community for lifestyle, making the right choices, being comfortable with buying things that are made by Africans, not seeing buying Western products as a luxury. Like I can buy a candle from my friend and feel comfortable thinking, yeah, I'm treating myself and I wanted to buy this, so why not?
We've had a couple of guests on this program who say they reject the label African art. As far as they are concerned, art is art. You don't talk about, say, for instance, American art, or they reject the label.
Yeah,
what's your take on that?
I understand where they're coming from, because I mean, in this post-colonial world, people tend to, pigeonhole you into, okay, you're African, this is black, this is white. But then it's important to say that this is African art, because the truth is, white people, or let's just say the Western world, is usually in control of these things, and sometimes you might have to let them understand that this is yours, because it's very easy for them to take things from you, to steal things from us, and they do that in everything, almost everything, from their looks to design. If you do more research, you find out that they've stolen a lot of things from African people. Sometimes it's very important that you define that this is African, this is mine, and I'm in control of that. Because if you don't, they can take it away from you and say that it's theirs.
But in terms of your blog, what's the narrative you are trying to put out there, other than Ekperakwo, using it as a collage, a focal point for a lot of things? Is there a compelling narrative, an ideological narrative?
Yes, and the narrative is based around slowness. I believe in taking things one step at a time, not rushing things. People tell me sometimes, oh, you don't have a post every day. And I'm like, well, I want to curate things with the intention of exposing people to creative personalities, not just like, not just the way it's done in pop culture, like, okay, let me just take a picture of you, let's go, celebrity. They're actual human beings, and there's like a creative culture. There's work they do to produce what they do, to create what they create. And so it's great when you can highlight that and the time that it takes. It's not as easy as people think it is.
Okay, so what kind of brands have you collaborated with? What kind of brands do you, really highlight on your platform?
Artisanal brands.
Or even just design. I know that you also said that you do digital art as well. You have digital art on your platform.
Yes, typical traditional art is like, okay, you paint on canvas or paper, but like now people do create arts digitally on whatever medium they decide to use. So I have an artist right now called Lamide Jinadu. Okay. She created some paintings, but she created them digitally, not like with pencil or with paint. And yeah, so we're going to translate those into prints, and you can buy them framed or unframed if you want.
You talked about the Western world stealing things from Africa. There's been raging controversy about artifacts taken from the continent. That is still on restitution for them, loaning and all of that. Even a lot of modern African arts are exhibited across the continent than on the continent. But would you say the attitude of Africans as well plays a role in this? What is the attitude like from so far what you've seen to the markets? Some people will say, for those artifacts that are outside of the continent, they are way better preserved, much appreciated than they would be on the continent. Yeah. So, do you buy into that argument?
It depends on what angle you're looking at it from. Yes, I do agree that it's possible that if we still had the artifacts from Benin, or if they wouldn't have been well taken care of. And something we must also remember is that Africans do play a role in how the art is, treated and how it's received. If you find out, probably historically, a lot of these artifacts were not necessarily stolen by white people. Some Africans gave it to them, probably for something in return. So, and we do tend to do that. We tend to give away a lot of ourselves, sometimes for little or nothing. And it's even like that in the art world. You find, I wouldn't say any names, but you have galleries in Lagos owned by people from other countries. And artists feel more comfortable giving, signing contracts with these people sometimes. And they're taking a large percentage of work that you have done. And it's not as if they made you create those works on commission or something. So, and then when there's a Nigerian gallery asks you to do something or to work with them, you're reluctant, you're saying they're trying to cheat you, but it's pretty much the same thing. But for some reason, you think that the other, which is like, white or just even the other, is just better than what you have. So it's a mentality, and it's quite unfortunate. Well,
Lamide, for the benefit of our viewers who would like to visit your blog,
yes.
What's the title of the blog?
The blog. Is it Ekparapo? It's Ekparapo as well.
Ekparapo.com?
Yes, Ekparapo.com.
Okay. Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much for coming to the morning show.
You did great. Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you here. It's time now for a short break on the morning.